live at the start soon screen. You're like you're like one of those moms on like the pageant babies shows. No, sweetie, you're about to be on camera. You have to stay here. Of course. Oh, hello everyone. You can hear me. Oh yeah. And that's where I hid all of my gold. Oops, the mic's on. Thing. Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to Dicebreaker, where today we are going to be back to some painting. We actually missed the last painting stream we did, so it's been a little while. It's been a little while since we've had one of these painting streams. We've got the whole video team here. I am of course joined by Alex Lowleys,
Hiya!
Johnny Chiodini, and I'm Wheels. Okay.
And Honey!
And Honey.
She looks so angry.
She is, because I've just grabbed her by her shoulders. I'm going to give her a treat, though, because she's been really good. She's been on my lap for 10 minutes, and she wanted to leave about a minute before we went live, and I was like, Honey, stay there. The people want to see you.
Is that the cheesy dreamies?
Yeah, she's got like loads of different ones, but the cheesy ones are the ones that are on my desk.
Toto, or rather Jake left out a bag of the cheesy dreamies in the living room, and one morning we woke up and found it ripped open with like 4 left inside. It was like half a pack that Toto just munched through.
Oh dear.
But there we go. That's cats. That especially my cat. Let's have a little look at what everybody's going to be working on today, because we're not all painting. Little little preview.
First, we have a high priority super chat from DDT83. Sorry, saying, "I don't want to cause a panic, but there's a bomb in this stream. It's you lot. You're the bomb."
Yay!
That's nice.
You're the bomb, DDT.
Yeah.
You're breathtaking. Let's have a look at what everyone's painting today. As the little preview picture on the stream will show you, I'm returning to my frost giant. He has not been touched since the last time we did the stream.
Absolutely enormous.
Yeah, I got quite a bit done actually. I forgot. There's a fair amount of him ready to roll. I obviously still need to do his axe, which is about as big as he is.
Yep.
So maybe I'll start with that. But yeah, plenty of stuff to go.
Tom Benoit has done a super chat with a sticker of a pear turning around, and to reveal they're wearing sunglasses as well as a sports fan. And it goes, "Hey you!" And Titan Uranus has done a super chat to say, "No, Mr. Throbby. Today.
No, Titan.
Sad face.
No,
No, just no."
No, lolies.
Please no. Please no.
Look away. Look away.
I'm
I'm giving you ample warning.
Oh god.
Look away now if you don't want to see. There you
See
go.
it on the catch up on the stream as
Oh,
well.
that is
'Cause I've got
horrendous.
both running.
That's I'm calling it now. And Johnny, as the head of video, I need you to back me up here. That is the last time he is ever appearing. On this
He's actually.
stream.
I need to wipe that board. He's not
Please
supposed to be on
do.
that board anymore.
He was never supposed
Was he ever
to be.
supposed to be on there? It's an affront to God. I don't even believe in God.
Oh, God.
To answer your question,
Yes.
I'm going to be painting some Blood Bowl dwarves. I've been working on these for what feels like 1,000 years because I kit bashed some dwarf giants and some Kharadron overlords arcanauts together to make some basically Kharadron overlords Blood Bowl players, and then I had the bright idea of doing them in Rebel Alliance pilot colors, so they're all kind of. I'll show you. This one's one of my favorites. They are orange and cream and leather. And getting an even cream on cloth is, I find, quite easy.
Oh, it's tough to get an even cream on, let me tell you.
Getting it to work properly on metal plate armor is hideous. So I've been painting these for what feels like 1,000 years. I'm now into the stages where I'm tidying up the flesh, the cloth, the armor, and then I think, hopefully, sometime in the next 2 hours, I'll be able to put a shade on these, and they'll actually start looking good. And to those of you who have noticed, yes, I'm not in a conservatory anymore. I've moved house. Finally, I'm at home, back in London. I'm never doing that again.
And a few people have pointed out you've got a fresh trim. I've also got a fresh trim, because my partner cut my hair for me at home, and Loli's has got a fresh new hairstyle. So
yeah, I can't do fresh trims. I don't think that works for me.
Well, it's a lot more complicated to cut like a proper haircut rather than just a short hair.
I was thinking today, should I just try and snap? But I've never tried to cut my own fringe. I know lots of people have done it, but I'm scared. But I'm kind of at this point now where I'm like, should I just try it? Like, how bad is it really going to look? Is it going to look worse than this? Probably not.
My wife multiple times asked me to cut her hair, so it's the point now. If she's like, I've tied a ponytail, can you hack it off? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Like, it doesn't even faze me anymore.
We've got Outside Extra in the chat, by the way.
Oh, hey!
Thank you very much for coming along, friendos.
I just finished hanging out with Luke to record some Blades in the Dark. So I hastily washed off Casimir's makeup.
Why?
Because, otherwise I wouldn't be able to get out of character, darling. Okay, here we go. That's too much pink.
That is not a concept I'm familiar with.
Fair. Too much paint. Carne pálida from Game Color from Vallejo. That is loads, though. I mean, I have to touch up the skin on 13 Arcanauts, so that's fine. It's Luke. It is Luke.
Hello, Luke.
Hello, Luke.
Hey, Luke, I can't remember the last time I spoke to you, man. God. You forget that you just don't see like half of the people you work with when you're working from home. Because you only see the people on Dicebreaker.
So true.
Hope you're well, my friend.
It's coming up on a whole year since I've seen either of you.
Oh my god.
Thank God. I'm only joking.
Okay, that is too pale. So what I'm going to do is actually mix in a bit of Carne Marron, which is tan. Ambassador, you're spoiling us with these Spanish paint colours.
I didn't know that your paint had so much gusto.
That's how
I'm not
my
painting anything, by the way.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
if you have any suggestions for me in chat of what you'd like me to, I'm just gonna doodle. So if you've got any suggestions for me, let me know.
Please just don't.
No, Mr. Blobby content.
Yeah. This is
Dicebreaker.
I'll do that in my own private time. What?
Doing it on a tablet. It's nice.
Yeah, I got it last week. My mum works at Apple, so I can get like a fairly good discount, which is great. So I treated myself to a tablet, and I've been doodling my evenings away this weekend.
Lolies, whilst I appreciate the reason for you saying I do that in my private time, the way in which you phrased it, I was not a big fan of.
Look, it's her private time. She can spend it and talk about it however she likes.
At least I keep it private, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Draw honey. Oh my god, honey is so
Yeah,
hard
honey's
to draw.
complicated. I tried drawing Toto and it was complicated.
Mist. Oh, mist is a good idea.
Mist is a good idea.
I really struggle to draw cats. I would love to be good at drawing cats, but I really struggle.
Could you do a cartoon version of honey?
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try it.
In the forest says droll honey. Which I believe is what honey was actually doing to Lolies instead.
Ah, yes. Very good. I missed that. Ooh,
I don't really have like a style yet. I'm trying to like, you know the way people have like styles. I don't have a style. Hope that one day I will have a style also.
Your signature illustrative style. That word did not want to come out of my mouth.
Illustrative?
Illustrative is what I was trying to say.
It danced out of your mouth. What are you talking about?
It came out with a flourish, is what I like to say.
I just want to show everyone that I kit bashed, ever so slightly, Joseph Bugmanson. And thanks to my fresh new cut, I'm starting to look quite a lot like him.
It's looking cool. Have you seen that sketch on Scandinavian crime dramas?
Yes.
Joseph Bugmanson. It's your son, Joseph Bugmanson's
son. Yeah. It's very good.
I've been playing Valheim with some friends from home, which is a Viking video game. But everyone, and I didn't get the memo, so I just called myself Wheels, so I look rubbish now. But everyone went for like a jokey Viking name, and my absolute favourite one is my mate Alan, who I've known since I was a wee babby, who called himself Baby Bjorn, which is
that's so good.
It's just so cracking. Now every time I see him, I just can't stop singing Baby Bjorn, Baby Bjorn. It's so good.
Good lord. Oh, Jack Wood says, God alive, I've missed these streams. Hey, Jack. Nice to have you in here. Hello also to, we haven't done this in a while, Frodo Baggins, EA122, Paul Harris, Titan Uranus, Nick Dumont, Keith Johnston, DDT83, Hatranath Yuki S. Who else have we got? My cat is typing this. Luxury Gay Space Communist. Kelsey Christmas. Oh, hey. Phil Tyler, Cookie Cat 94, Alex Star Slayer, Han Solo Chewbacca, Abraham Kid 15, Elliot Crane, Wind of Horus, Skills Loading, and then the names start to repeat themselves. Will Cornish is in here. Hello, Josh Warriad. Plenty more of you. And Ronnie is here. We've just got a super chat from Skills Loading. Work meeting rescheduled last minute, so I get to enjoy this chill rather than stressing about whether we're reopening or not. Thanks, peaceful people.
That is a good bit of timing right there.
Yeah, take a seat, pull up some serotonin. Jay Hill
like the good
asks, how many miniatures do you have and how on earth do you keep track of all of them for all of your different games? Oh, Jay. Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because I don't know if you've... Let me just wash my brush off, because this might take a while.
Johnny, where's your glasses so you can push them up your nose?
You know what? When I'm painting, I sometimes go to push them up my nose and just go... and it makes me feel very silly. But... okay, so, here's a tub of 70 clan rats that I need to paint.
Oh my god.
So, I know, and I'm going to try and do them all, in the next couple of months. I made some storage boxes. So these are boxes from the really handy, is it very handy or very useful box company? Really useful box company, that's it. And then I took all my miniatures and I magnetized the bases. So they just doop. And I'm a bit scared of doing it with the big lads. No, I'm not doing it with the big lads. But they also stack, which is great. So they're really easy to transport. And in here, you've got some Kharadron Overlords and some Ossiarch Bone Reapers. Kind of like making a meringue.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah. So they are brilliant. You won't be surprised to hear that I got the material sorted and decided to do this after watching a tutorial from Duncan Rhodes himself. From the Duncan Rhodes
Big
Academy.
D.
Praise him. 2 thin coats. So that's how I store my minis now. Before it was chaos. And some water and a bit of death, am I right?
For anyone who doesn't really know Duncan Rhodes, if I am the son and Johnny is the father, Duncan Rhodes is the Holy Spirit.
Oh my good lord, yes. I learned to paint from his tutorials when he was still working at Warhammer, and he was doing Warhammer TV, and now he has his own Duncan Rhodes Painting Academy, where he gives tips. But he's also free to recommend other paints.
Yeah, and he can do miniatures that aren't Warhammer related as well.
He's been doing a lot of not Age of Sigmar, A Song of Ice and Fire stuff.
Yes.
Abraham Kid, 15, has done a super chat saying, I think you're the first person on the internet to pronounce Abraham in that way, not Abraham. Woo!
Really?
Abraham. Yeah. I
Wow.
I thought that was just how it was universally pronounced.
Yeah.
Strange.
Oh. Well, good. Well, for those of you who asked me to drink my paint water, this is about a week old now, and it's not.
That looks like a delicious ice latte.
Even I have limits. Yeah, it's got sedimenty at the bottom. Like
Turkish
I love
coffee.
Thames, but I wouldn't have it. Yeah. So, respectfully, I'll decline. I really should be changing my paint water more often, but I'm sat down now, so.
I always have that.
What is
sort
done
of
is done.
Yeah, exactly. I've always got that like layer at the bottom of my mug. Oh god, this is a big axe. There's a lot of little bits that you have to just shimmy around as well.
Nothing quite like those tiny details that never ever seem to end.
No one ever sees.
Will Cornish has done a super chat say it's vintage, drink it.
A fine vintage. Johnny, did you? Oh, Johnny.
He paid us £2.
You're so easily peer pressured.
Beer pressured.
Beer pressured.
Cat 94 has come in with another super chat saying paint water isn't wine, it doesn't age well.
Too late.
Frigo Jonas has done a super chat saying can't really enjoy the sunshine as much as I would like, but a nice chilling stream is its own kind of sunshine.
Aww. Very sweet.
Except for we don't give you potentially deadly doses of radiation.
Well, I mean, not on Thursdays.
Not on Thursdays, yeah. Yeah, Wheels has to be suspended in a magnetic field on Mondays. It's really, really inconvenient when we're trying to have a meeting.
It is. Johnny's trying to outline our strategy for the week, and I'm just thrumming in a big pile of metal.
Titan Uranus has done another super chat. Say down in one. Not on your life, Titan Uranus. I have standards.
Why are they
They're
trying
very
to
low.
kill you?
I don't know. Barry Bumble Crumpets, the user with the greatest name, has done a super chat without saying anything.
It's true.
It could be a mistake. If so, just tell us what it was you wanted to say, and we'll read it. Or if either way, thank you for the super chat.
All right. He officially has an axe handle.
Amazing. Right, we've got another super chat. This one's from Zanzibar White saying, Duncan Rhodes sounds like a travelling basketball team or a trendy roadside donut shop. Sorry, couldn't resist a dumb pun. Thanks for the chill stream. And yes, I know I spelled it wrong. Ooh.
Duncan Rhodes.
Nicholas Pillblad? Oh, Nicholas, sorry. Nicholas Pillblad says, nice calming stream while coding. Thanks, peeps. You're very welcome.
Oh, this is a great combo to coding.
Patronoff has done a super chat say chug chug chug. And JD, hang on, JT, we got a lesson on how to do this before, on how to say the surname.
Gerdes.
Gerdes.
Okay.
Gerdes.
Gerdes says, for the inevitable post-paint emergency room visit. Thank you so much.
Toto is currently trying to claw his way into my room.
Excellent.
Might have to let him in at some point. I know the chat won't exactly complain. Oh, God. Okay. Toto, I don't own that door. You can't damage it like that. Come on, then. Hello.
Ha. No. Have I missed any of your little... Yes, I have. All these dwarves, well, not all of them, most of them, have little pot bellies sticking out under their shirts.
I love the way that despite me like voluntarily letting him into the room, he still sprints in when I open the door like this is his only chance. Hello. And here he is.
Aww.
He hath arrived.
Right in the face.
Yes.
The boy has returned. My partner has started calling him Mr. Chowder. I'm not entirely sure why. Jake also calls him Mr. Business.
Mr. Business is a very good name. I like Mr. Chowder as well. I won't pretend to understand it, but it's charming.
Me neither, but hello.
But then, people's relationships with cats are their own.
They are. He's now going to headbutt my arm until I stroke him.
Excellent. That's what you want.
Which is very good for doing precise painting. Mm-hmm. I am not a jungle gym. It's Do we have? Is there an English equivalent to the word jungle gym? Climbing frame? Is that what we call it?
Yeah, climbing frame.
Oh God, the tail, Toto.
Shut up and have your tail.
You can't have your pudding until you've eaten your tail.
Do.
Some weird noises going on my side of the.
I can hear some like clattering.
It's like somebody's plugging something into the wall next to me, but they're taking about 10 minutes to do it. And also, there's nobody. I don't have any neighbors on that side of the building, so I really don't know what's going on.
That's weird because it's not 3 a.m. and I don't live next to you, so it's not me trying to charge my phone.
There is construction work going on next to my place. That might be it. Might be part of it anyway. It is loud. Watson does not like leaving the house between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Because it is so noisy. Sometimes I have to carry her up the road to find a bit of grass to pee on. Somebody was looking at me the other day because she was struggling so much that they clearly thought I just nicked a dog. RS Craftworks has done a super chat saying, nice to have company while I make a guitar. Dang.
Whoa.
Make.
One of my friends studied guitar making at uni, and he's made guitars, and they're absolutely beautiful.
No, Toto, that's my water.
Can somebody else handle this super chat? I really have to concentrate on this muscle.
Antonio Garza says, hey friends, question for the table. Opinions on so many Kickstarters trying to sell by pushing minis into the game nowadays. This is something we talk about a lot, to be honest.
It's annoying, not only because, like, personally, it doesn't interest me. I love painting miniatures, but also it feels like work if I buy something and it comes with 120 pieces of resin or plastic that I feel like I need to paint up in order to do it properly. But I think it's changing people's expectations of what a Kickstarter should be delivering, and it's irritating.
I quite like how, because Simon does, although they have quite a lot of miniature stuff as well, they also do like, hey, here's lots of games all at once, almost like a season of games. And then it's more of a sort of like, we've got the big miniature game that's going to bring in all the numbers, but we've got some littler projects as well that you might be more interested in. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's your opinion, ladies?
My cat is typing this, has done a super chat saying, my cat dropped me from a video call by headbutting the leave call part of my touchscreen. He now wants to go for a walk, so I'll have to leave you.
Wait, now hold on. This is your cat's cat?
Yeah,
your cat is
exactly.
typing this, and the cat has said, my cat. What is going on here?
There's a fascinating social strata. How's the new gaff, Johnny? It's bloody wonderful. It is just excellent. We're unpacking very, very slowly, it feels like, but God, it's nice. So I don't have to work in a conservatory.
Oh, that's better.
I missed London a lot. So Frodo Baggins has an interesting question. Are there any TTRPG or board games you love but have a hard time recommending for other people? I love Shadowrun, especially Third Ed, but it's hard to recommend because it's so complicated. Shadowrun definitely falls into that category for me as well.
Star Wars Rebellion is, I don't think, massively complicated in comparison to some of the really, really complicated games. Like, I think once you have actually learned it, it plays pretty simply. But it takes like 4 or 5 hours to play a game, and it's strictly for 2 people playing against each other. So it's like, it's a super hostile game. It's a super like intense game, and it's a game that takes so long that most people are just like, nah.
Yeah.
However, it's brilliant, and I think it's like top 5 on Board Game Geek of all time list. Like it's really flipping good. Like I'm not even a big Star Wars fan, but I just get so many kicks out of the game. It's fantastic.
Which one is it, did you say?
Star Wars Rebellion.
I haven't played that.
It's a huge like cube box from Fantasy Flight. And it's full of little plastic bits and like a massive galaxy map and loads of little standees and stuff. But it is genuinely brilliant. Like it's asymmetric as well, which is quite cool. So like, because you play Resistance versus Empire. But the Empire are basically like moving massive swarms of troops around and having to do like a big logistics challenge, whereas the rebels are basically just playing like hide and seek, because the game ends if the Empire managed to take the rebel base, but you don't know where the rebel base is at the start of the game. So you're like you're doing like this cat and mouse kind of like hidden movement thing, and
that sounds fun.
It's really good. It's really, really good. So you've both got like different win conditions, and it's brilliant. I can't recommend it enough. However, I can, because it's too hard for people to play, as the question implied.
To go back to that.
For me, it's Doomtown. Because I love it. It's probably my favorite tabletop game of all time. But learning it, it's like, have you got 2 days? Getting to grips with movement, like when you can move for free to a place, or when you have to boot, or whatever. Like, there's so much to it that to get your head around it and then actually start playing with a competitive edge, it takes forever. It's a lot to learn, but it's wonderful once you're in. But yeah, we got a couple of super chats to catch up on. Maya Zolf has said, just popping in to say hi and thanks for all the great content before I head off to bed. Good day from Australia. And Hello Apollo says, really wish I hadn't packed all my painting stuff away just before this started. Have fun.
Oh, no.
Abraham Kid 15 says, any advice for how to keep voices interesting and not reusing the same type of voice as a DM for NPCs? I reckon trying to work in little, like, don't focus so much on what they sound like, but sort of work in like idiosyncrasies to what they're saying and how they say it. Like, for example, you could use the exact same voice as somebody else, but if you just speak a little bit slower, or, add the word like, isn't that so, on the end, then people will remember them quite clearly. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's less about, like, don't just think about like accent or something like that. Like, because you can have about, especially if you're playing something like Blades in the Dark, you can have about 400 different like Cockney characters. But it's more the intonations and the way that they phrase things, and the pitch they speak at, and the speed they speak at, and all those kind of things, which will actually provide all the variants, I think. Little chick. Hold your nose. That gives you a whole new palette to work with.
Yeah.
I was planning to do that actually for one of the characters. I was gonna like put a peg on my nose so that I could, because otherwise holding my nose for however long we're filming would have been annoying.
Oh, let me tell you, the peg would have been as well.
That's dedication, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
You always go the extra mile for your characters. It has to be said.
I mostly do a costume because I know that like, I don't know, I don't really flesh out my characters very well, so I just put the work into my costume.
Well, I guess it's easier to like work out who they are when you're dressed as them as well, right? When you're like physically being them.
Yeah, for sure.
Your Deadlands one with all the cotton wool was absolutely hilarious.
That was one of my favorite ones because I just made that last minute as well, just like with whatever I had lying
Yeah,
on.
I remember you being like, you said to us, you were like, oh god, I've got nothing, my costume's going to be awful, and then you turned up. Also with a cushion stuffed up your shirt.
Oh, that was the Desperados RPG, wasn't it?
Oh, was it Desperado?
Yeah. Oh god. Because I was about to say Deadlands was Howdy, right?
Yeah, Deadlands was Howdy.
Jamie McCluskey has done a super chat to say, unsure if I updated from last time, but I passed my finals and also my prescribing exam last week. Now final sign-offs and graduation. Thanks for the help winding down after shifts and during studying. Congratulations, Jamie. That's amazing. I can't imagine how palpable the relief must be right now. But I hope you're treating yourself just as you would to a super chat.
I can't imagine doing a chorus right now. Like anyone who's, got that like drive to get themselves through a course during the current situation is just, I'm just in awe.
Big time. Working to better yourself during a pandemic. Like I am working to get actively worse. I'm just trying to get through this thing.
Just vibing.
We're getting there, I think. I hope. So, just vibing.
This axe is going to be the entire stream, just me base coating it.
Josh Warrior says, regrettably, I must be going as I have studies to study. If anyone feels like shouting out future me, I'd appreciate it. Josh Warrior, this is us from the past. Hello.
Technically, it's always us from the past, but...
Well, just in case. Yeah, there's nothing quite like painting when the basing stage feels like it's taking absolutely forever, is there?
I think my favourite part of doing these big miniatures is all the tiny details. Because you're just like, ooh, he's got this little trinket. I'm just going to paint that. And then that's great. Okay, what's next? And then it almost feels like you're doing loads of different little miniatures at once. Which is quite fun. But when you are just doing the block colours all over them, it takes a while.
Quite enjoy focusing on one mini for a while. I don't normally paint in a batch as big as this. This is 13 miniatures.
Oh wow!
But I thought if I paint 4 of these and then go right now, time to do all that again from the top.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have a nap. So I decided just to slug it out with one big unit that I can finish and be proud of, ideally. But we'll see.
Yeah, there is something to be said about having like lots of one type of unit all arranged in a formation and just being like, oh yeah, look at them all.
Oh yeah.
Look at the boys.
Lolies,
how's your tablet doodling going?
Good. I'm drawing honey as was requested. I'm just doing the shading and then I'm done. So I will show in a second and then I'll do something else.
Sweet.
Remember, Lolies is taking requests, so think of something for when we next ask.
Mm-hmm.
Free bird. All right. That's the flash tidies. There's my to-do list. Hey, Emma Benton, you're in the chat.
That's all he had.
Right, Emma was replying to Ronnie, who was saying something, so I was going to scroll up and have a look. Oh, Ronnie says, I don't even have drive anymore, just the sheer determination to prove I can get a degree. Mate, that's some onions.
That's what my degree felt like as well, to be honest. I had a really crap time at uni, so eventually it was just like, I will finish.
Yeah.
I
was
cannot
like that
be
as
here
well.
anymore.
Yeah, I was definitely ready to leave by the time I finished my degree, even though I did enjoy it overall.
What did you do, uni ladies?
Performing arts?
Oh, okay, cool. That
Yeah.
tracks.
I don't think I knew that.
No, I didn't know that either.
I talked about it in my interview, so both of you would have definitely known that.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
At one point, you would have known it.
Whereas Johnny talks about medieval English or whatever for
Medieval English or whatever.
We really care here. Oh, that's the gross sound.
Well, also, turns out my lid has just failed because I just
Oh, God.
Oh, dear.
Finger.
That's the money shot.
Hopefully, you're disgusting. Hopefully, nowhere else.
Why?
You set the tone by showing off Mrs. Robbie, all right? You've put me in this mind frame.
Wow. Now we all know Wheels finds Mr. Throbby attractive.
We all know the truth.
That's a thing. That's a thing. That's canon. Citadel paint pots, honestly.
What's the deal?
On a super chat. Saying, I know the feeling of being burnt out, Wheels. I took a year out halfway through medicine to sing and release music. Best decision I ever made.
Oh, absolutely.
And Nick Dumont does a super chat to ask, do you think there should be a just the miniatures option on Kickstarter? I have backed a few games for the minis, Deep Madness in particular.
There is some games that do that, isn't there? Like, what was the game that we did, the Great Wall, where they had an option where you could back it with miniatures or back it just like kind of the more basic version?
Yeah, I think I
like
prefer.
That's quite a good way to go.
I think I prefer that setup where it's more like
if
you don't have to get the super expensive version.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're just backing the miniatures, like I don't know, it feels a bit unfair to the designer. I think because it's like, the game is more than just the sum of its parts kind of thing. Where it's if you subtract all of the work that was put into actually making the game itself, then. Oh, that's good.
Oh,
I couldn't see her eyes very well, so I thought you just not bothered with them.
Yeah, it doesn't show very well on there because it's all
very. Oh yeah, there we go. Little raisins.
James Evans Jones says, "You guys hiring? Not right now, unfortunately. Sorry. There's a hiring freeze on at the minute in the company because, well, COVID. But you never know in the future."
Yeah.
But,
we'd announce anyway if we've got something coming.
Yeah. We wouldn't keep quiet.
Joke has been requested, so I will look for a joke.
Here we go.
In the meantime, do let me know in chat what you'd like me to draw next.
I would like something to do with Vikings for the joke to fit the ice giant, please. Thank you.
Adam G has done a super chat to say, just wanted to donate a little something to my fave paint along stream. You guys are such great company while I paint my Marvel minis.
Ooh.
I hope they turn out marvelously. You're welcome. And what? Cat says Fall Guys or Mist. Angel Beat says Viking Toto. Buff Sanic says Jacob M. Dicebreaker as in Star Realm says Danny McNamara. Electricia says Johnny Wheels, you remind me of my brother I lost almost 2 years ago, especially when you GM and paint. Thanks for making me smile. Love all y'all. That's a really lovely message to receive. Thank you. Glad we resemble your brother, I guess. Hopefully he was less of a jerk than we are.
when that W came out your mouth, you were just going to say less of a jerk than Wheels. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I thought he was going that way as well.
Well, I mean, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck. Wow,
If the
super
noose
chat's
fits.
going thick and fast. Tony Terrell says, "Thank you guys for these chill videos. I watched one while completing a Star Wars Lego kit, and it helped me chill for the rest of this week." That was great. What was the kit? Tell us. It doesn't have to be in a super chat. Just tell us, Tony, because we want to know. Chris Mansfield has done a super chat to say, even if it's just rumors, are you guys excited for the remaster of Star Wars KOTOR? That's Knights of the Old Republic to you people out there who hate acronyms.
I prefer number 2, so I don't know if 2's coming with it. Because I think 2's the better game, personally. But they are great RPGs. So
I don't really play KOTOR, so like
it's really good. It's back when BioWare were really in their stride and making some really, really solid games.
Yeah. Fair play.
It's got some good writing chops. And you can always go back to those games and you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, here's the sort of the building blocks they use for stuff going forward,
Okay, actually, somebody told me this joke earlier in the week, and I'm gonna steal it instead of taking something from the book.
Wow, somebody told you a Viking joke earlier in the week?
No, I couldn't find a Viking joke. I actually was legit looking as well. Hold on, actually, let me have a quick look again. Maybe it's in history or something.
Ooh.
Wow, there's a big history section.
Yeah, I will accept Viking adjacent. That's fine.
Did you hear the one about the cowardly Viking?
Oh.
Did you hear the one about the cowardly Viking?
No.
No.
Good. No one will, because no one will remember his name. Wow. I mean, there's something I made up on the spot. I thought that was all right. But...
Just gonna let that one hang like the bad fart it is.
I thought that. I'm fine, Labs. Don't care anymore. It's the last time I try and make up a joke to cheer you up.
Okay.
You hear the one about the polite colleague? No. Alex Gray's done a super chat, say a tip for some of my favourite people. And Martin Thomas has done a super chat, say, any of you excited about the new Root expansion? No? Just me? Sulks in the corner. I can't keep up with the Root expansion.
Yeah.
So...
I don't think I've played many expansions in general, to be honest. I played some Carcassonne ones. But I barely find the time to play the base games,
Yeah, I
I've
haven't
not
played
even played the base game yet.
Oh, it's so good. We'll fix that. Right, joke. You had a joke. I'm sorry, I talked over you.
Okay, well, it's not Viking or Viking adjacent. It's just a history one. It's all I could do. Which one was it I'm going for again? Oh, yeah. No, it's terrible. I'm not doing it. I'm going to do with the other one that somebody told me.
Whilst you're prepping for that, we've got a super chat from Cookie Cat who has a great Viking joke, so don't worry about it. Johnny, watch and learn. What do you call... What do you call a Viking vampire? Nosferatu.
Very good. Watch and learn.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Over
well,
to you,
the joke that I'm stealing is, why did the bread maker's hands smell bad?
I don't know.
Because he needed a poo.
I knew the word needed was going to be in the punchline. Oh, that's some upsetting...
Done a super chat to say tumbleweed moment there, Johnny. We'll be here until we'll be here for another hour and 18 minutes. So if you want to just carry on ragging on my attempt to appease Wheels, then get those comments in. We'll read them out. Don't you worry. Coming up next on Dicebreaker.
It was a good attempt.
Out here we got tumbleweed blowing in from the comment section. Back to you in the studio. Thanks, old man who does the weather apparently.
I'm doing somebody's requested Fall Guys and Mist, so I'm gonna do Mist in the style of Fall Guys.
Oh.
But for some reason, as soon as I'm drawing, I can just hear the Fall Guys music in my head.
There's another joke in the form of a super chat, which apparently I'm not qualified to read out. So Wheels, take it away.
Nobody said you could read things out.
No. Go on.
Well, okay. Oh god, we've got a few here. So this is a super chat from Jonathan Hurst who says, "Did you hear about the French baker who fell into his stock? He was in a lot of pain." More of a visual joke, that one. Andrew Gatsby says, "Why do French ghosts smell bad? They're covered in sheet." We've set a bad tone here. And JC Geddes says, "Don't worry, Johnny. Some of us actually liked it."
Thank you.
Oh, we've got another one from Cookie Cat 94 with another Viking joke. He says, "What is a vegan Viking called? A Norwegian."
Good. Liked it.
Very similar format to the previous one.
Well, I liked it. Wind of Horus says, "How does a Viking show the amount of raiding and pillaging they do at the same time? They use a Venn diagram."
That's good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Okay. I'm just cleaning up the bits that I've accidentally sloppily painted over. And then the axe, apart from the ice and the adornment, is done. Or rather, it's based.
Why didn't the skeleton climb the mountain? It didn't have the guts. Thank you, Frenchie 18692. I enjoyed that one.
Well, I like the Frenchie tagged you on it. It's like, here you go, Johnny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Emma Benton has done a super chat. Say, "I told this one to the chat forever ago, but I still think it's funny. What do you call a flirty Greek philosopher? A Socrates."
Have you seen that tweet?
Pronounce Aristotle like Chipotle, you cowards.
No, it was the other way around. It was video games, but pronounced like an ancient Greek philosopher.
Oh, brilliant.
Videogamies.
Amazing.
Oh, God.
Sansa De Silva has done a super chat. Say, "I am late, so this joke might have been told already. Why do Viking ships have barcodes?" So they can Scandinavian.
Yes. I think we said that one on the stream before.
Bionic AI 008 is on super chat. Say, "Glad I caught you guys while playing some Zelda. Love you all. Thank you."
Thank you.
DCC0209 has said, "Johnny, I thought your joke was funny. It was just too highbrow for your Philistine go."
Wow.
Woof. And Kevin Daniels has done a super chat. Say, "It takes a village to raise a Viking and a Viking to raise a village." I like that.
That sounds like something you'd see on like the loading screen of a video game, you know?
Videogamies.
A videogamy, yeah. Sorry, my bad. To quote the ancient Greek philosopher. We have another super chat here. They're all coming in from Adam G, who says, "Did you hear about the pirate who had a heart attack? His crew didn't realise as he just clutched his chest and said, 'Arr, be hearty.'"
That's a really good one.
A lot of theatre in that one, which I enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got more super chats. You want to read one
So
out?
many. That's a good point. JD Gerdes, he says, "Has there been any discussion about setting up channel membership in the vein of EG and Oxboxtra?" Yes.
Yes, there is.
I've even set the plan in action. If I say I've set the wheels in motion, it sounds like I just delegated the work. But yeah, basically, 'cause we need emotes. I got in touch with our design team using our design team ticket system to request that they make some assets for us. I use the old ticketing system, so they've updated it to a new ticket, but I can't access it. So basically, this must have been 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I submitted this ticket, by the way, and they were like, "Great, that's on the old system, so we can't access it. Can you have a look here?" I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, "No, I can't access it." They're like, "Okay, have you tried this?" Like, "No, I can't access it." So what I did was I sort of just blocked it out of my mind, apparently, and haven't touched it since. In fairness, I've been moving house and things. Aoife Brennan says, "What's black and white, black and white, black and white, and black and white, and black and white? A nun rolling down a hill. What's black and white and laughing? The nun that pushed her." two nuns are walking through the gardens of an abbey when one of them dives into a nearby flower bed and starts rolling around in the dirt. And the first nun turns to her and says, "That's a filthy habit."
That's good. I like that.
For some reason, I've got the funniest joke in the world sketch from Monty Python in my head, with the like Axis response of trying to tell the peanut joke. Of two peanuts were walking down the road, and one was assaulted. Oh dear. I like a joke that ends before you think it's going to end. You know?
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, surprise punchline.
Yeah.
I
feel like I've been incredibly quiet this stream. I've been so engrossed in this.
You've been honing your artistic talent.
Yeah. I don't know.
Can we get a progress pick?
Well, I've just done the initial sketch. Hold on. And now I'm going to go over it.
What if we do like feedback sessions? Oh, look at that!
Oh, that's great.
It should hopefully look nothing like that. Like,
okay.
Way better.
Okay, ladies, my feedback is brilliant. Carry on.
Oh,
I'd show you my models, but they don't really look any different. They're just tidier. But once I shade them, ooh, baby.
Oh, you just wait, my friend.
Oh, I should give him a little thingy. Just talking to myself, don't mind me.
When you say a little thingy.
So a man sat at a bar,
mm-hmm.
and he orders a drink from the barman. He turns around, and then suddenly he hears a voice going, "You look nice today." And he says, "Sorry, what?" To the barman. Says, "Sorry?" He says, "Did you say something? Only I just heard a voice telling me I look lovely today." And he went, "Don't worry about that. That's just the nuts. They're complimentary."
Good.
Thanks.
Sorry. It's like every now and again I'm like, I should probably get involved in this, and that's all I can.
This has been your allocated response from Alex Lowleys.
Please take a number. Curious Hoodie is on a super chat saying, "Did you hear about the Italian chef? He passed away. We can only do so much."
Oh my god.
Martin Cox has done a super chat say the £5 is an advanced apology, but what is a honey pirate's favourite genre of music? R&B. Chris Mansfield has done a super chat to ask what our guilty pleasures are. Our favourite guilty pleasures. Cold baked beans.
Ooh.
Oh.
I like the texture. I like the fact that you don't have to do it. There's no meal prep. Just shake the can, open it up, and there's a certain thrill in knowing that what you're doing is, like, by anyone's standards, a cry for help.
Taboo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain je ne sais quoi to the experience.
There you go.
I was going to ask.
Oh, and sniffing my dog's ears.
Oh, I love smelling. I was going to say stinking.
I love smelling. I just love smelling.
Just like my character in oh god, what was it called? Reverse Beastmaster. He just loves smelling.
Oh yeah.
He's passionate about smells. That was it.
Passionate about smells.
Oh yeah.
God, there's another
that was so long ago.
4,000 years, I think.
Yeah, approximately, yeah.
Give or take. But yeah, if we're going for food guilty pleasures, then mine is, you know, those like instant mashed potato packets. Just a big bowl of that with gravy in it.
Wow. Instant mash. Like, it just tastes funny to me.
I think...
You know these? Jamaican ginger.
Oh, whoa, that is not a guilty pleasure. That is fine dining.
But I
eat
friend. That. I eat that like this.
Oh, me too. How else would you? I love Jamaican ginger cake. Lowleys, Jamaican ginger cake is incredible.
All right, what about non-food ones? What are your non-food related guilty pleasures?
Give me an area of things, because I feel like I'm getting too caught up in all the different possibilities of things I could be guilty for.
I don't know. Crimes. What's your favourite guilty pleasure? Crime?
Hold on, I'm just gonna hit record. My favourite crime is hold on, let me just weigh up some pros and cons in my head.
I find that I don't really have any guilty pleasures, I feel. I don't really feel guilty about things that I take pleasure in.
Danny McNamara says, my guilty pleasure is cannibalism. I mean, I've never actually... I would.
Danny, we've all done it. Right?
Oh, Frodo says board game guilty pleasures?
Board game guilty pleasures. Okay. I don't know. I do get, like... I'm a bit of... this might surprise you. I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to board games.
What? No.
There are no ones that I think people think are rubbish that I don't really agree with.
I think my favourite board game guilty pleasure is just being really aggressive and coup. Even to my own ruin. Like, my favourite thing to do is the first person who says that I'm taking tax with my Duke, it's just go, no Duke, no Duke. Because when it lands, it's hilarious. And then eventually I'm just doing it and just giggling to myself because I know I shouldn't be making these stupid accusations. Just playing badly.
My favourite thing in coup is like, whenever somebody announces what they're going to do, I'm like, oh, like hell do you have that? And I'm like, are you going to do anything about it? I'm like, no, of course not, but I do not believe you.
But you definitely don't have it, though. Yeah, I always do that. I don't really play coup much, but when I do, that's definitely me. That's how I do. That's how I coup.
That's my coology.
I'm going to be right back. My throat's starting to hurt, so I'm going to get a drink.
Cool.
There.
All right. Okay,
we should move now.
Yeah, we should just leave, and then when he comes back, he'll have to do the whole stream on his own.
That'll show him.
That'll show him for something, I think. He's probably done something wrong. You're right there.
So my house is really lopsided, my flat. And so where I sit, it's like slightly tilted. So my chair, if I'm not like propped up against something, likes to just spin itself around really slowly.
You live at an angle?
Yeah. So
my God.
In order to keep myself facing forward, I have to like wedge my leg against something or
God.
hold on to something.
Londoners, are you okay?
Well, you know, it's the life I chose, I guess.
What an exciting property market.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody has to do it. Although, did you see or hear or read that
or interpret or
which however you consume your knowledge, that the population of London has dropped a lot in the last few months or year or something. I don't know.
I mean, good.
Exact time frame, but
well, I guess also if it is just over the last sort of year or so, it might just be the fact that like we've closed a lot of the borders or have been forced to, because like London's a big sort of like foreign national city as well. Oh, kitty cat!
Oh, look at the baby!
This is Luna. She is old. Well, she's 10.
She's been very good.
I found her earlier. Well, I found her. I mean, I just came across.
Found her earlier. She was on the street. Just picked her up.
On the stream. So she loves belly rubs, and she's a ragdoll. So like, just pendulum.
Look at that face.
She's great.
Oh, very we got cute. A super chat. Matthew Pollard. I'll just check that we haven't missed any. Did we get Flintenstein's Rainbow?
I don't think so.
Got a little rainbow super chat from Flintenstein. Thank you for that. Oh god, we've been chatting a lot. Oh god, we've missed so many. Okay, all right. So Did we get the two atoms joke?
No.
Here we go. First super chat is from Electricia, who says, two atoms walking down the street bumped into each other. One said, oh no, I've lost an electron. The other said, are you sure? And he said in return, yeah, I'm positive. It's a classic. Thank you very much, Electricia. Next up, Chris Rakowski says, did you hear about the ice cream man who was found dead, covered in sugar sprinkles and a chocolate flake? Police say he topped himself. Oh my god, Chris, that's dark. Good lord. Next up, DCC says, or DCC 0209 to be exact, or would like to see rather, guilty pleasure movies. Mine are the live action Resident Evil movies. Do we have any guilty pleasure movies? Think about those.
Underworld series.
What, sorry?
Underworld.
Oh, a lot of people say that, you know. I think Underworld's got a real cult following.
Kate Beckinsale. No, we're not getting into the dark jokes. Cookie Cat 94. Terrain. Pull up.
Then Flint and Side sent a pretty rainbow. So if anyone's got any jokes about pretty rainbows, please send them over. Thank you, Flint. Then Matthew Pollard, and this is where I saw that we had loads. Oh my god, they're all coming in. Says 100% with Johnny on the cold baked beans. Will happily eat them out of the tin with no regret. We've clearly got our fingers on the pulse.
There are dozens of us.
Dozens. Aoife Brennan then says, I saw a pirate the other day with a paper towel on his hat. I asked him, what's with the paper towel? He said, "Arr, I got a bounty on me head." That one's got me. I don't know why, but that one's really got me. Oh my god. Love a bit of brand-based humour.
Oh yeah. Oh wow,
Thank you,
really got
it. Does somebody want to help me with these? We've got Abraham Kid coming up. All right, I'll just crack on. Abraham Kid 15 says, what's a book or book series you've read recently that you quite enjoyed? I recently discovered Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn series. Imagine having a rhyming name. That must be a nightmare. Brandon Sanderson. I don't read books, so that's all I've got for you. But I'll let the other two fill in. But first, JT Getter says, from one Luna to another. Don't know about your Luna, but mine has one of the loudest meows.
It's a proper... She's half Siamese, so it's a proper yowl, like a meow. Like she screams. She is the queen of scream.
Retro Futurologist says, I do public relations work for a company that sells bicycle tires. I am also their spokesperson.
Dig into that one.
Oh, and we are through, which means that we just need to talk about favorite books.
Cookie Cat 94 has said rainbows. I was caught stealing a rainbow once, ended up getting thrown in prison. Jacob M says, officer, the victims were dismembered and sacrificed in an altar made of antlers. Detective, dear God. Officer, most likely, yes. Right, book series.
Books and guilty pleasure films. I'll think about films because I don't read books.
Okay. What did I start reading? I read a sci-fi book called Velocity Weapon recently, which is part of a trilogy, and that was very good. What else? Got most of my books here. I mean, I'll always plug the Gentleman Bastard sequence from Scotland because it's amazing. The Expanse books are great. The final one is coming out in October of this year, I think. But and the Nice Witch has said guilty pleasures don't exist. No guilt for enjoying stuff. Yeah. I would agree with that. Sort of, I know what people mean when they say, like, you know, it's a guilty pleasure, and like, oh, this doesn't really fit in with, you know, my normal wheelhouse or what people would expect of me.
They usually make me think of sort of like so bad it's good kind of stuff. Right.
Yeah, that's also a nice way of looking at it.
Yeah, like it's stuff that you're like, yeah, I know it's not good, but I really like it.
Yeah. Go on then. What are some of your films that fall into that descriptor?
Yes. Right. When I said I think about it, I then immediately forgot about that. Okay. Oh, look, Playbacks is at 1994. That's when I was born. Okay. Guilty pleasure movies. Anybody? Anyone?
Sorry, I was just remembering what I was doing in 1994 because I can. I mean, I already said the Underworld series.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Video game films in general. like Doom is like wonderfully bad. I actually rate the first Silent Hill movie, even though Sean Bean does nothing in it. He's just in there to not find anything.
I don't know if this technically counts. I think it's more of an underrated film. Constantine is really good.
Right.
With Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I watched that.
I've not actually seen it, but I have heard good things.
It's really good. I watched it relatively recently. And it's it's schlocky, obviously, but it's real good. It's real good.
Dog Soldiers for me is actually unironically one of my favourite films of all time.
What is sorry?
Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers.
I've heard of that. I think you talked about that before.
I talk about it.
Yeah, I think so.
Neil Marshall directed, starring like Kevin McKidd, Sean Pertwee, Liam Cunningham, and it's like a bunch of laddie soldiers are on exercise in Scotland, and then werewolves attack. And like one of them is a Geordie who's really grumpy because he's missing the footy. But it's meant to be like really like dumb macho, but it's actually a lot smarter than like it looks on first appearance, and it's just I think it's honestly brilliant. So yeah, that I've honestly considered getting a Dog Soldiers tattoo. They're re-releasing it in 4K this year, and I know that all of the soldiers have a patch, and I think it's a wolf's head with a dagger going through it. But currently, I can't see it clearly enough to get a tattoo, like to get it designed. So I'm hoping it'll finally happen. So there. Antonio Garza says Dog Soldiers is my favourite werewolf design.
Oh, there you go.
They're really, really tall, so they have to duck to get into the house, but they were also played by dancers.
Ooh.
So they have quite fluid movements.
I went to see the Lord of the Rings stage musical with my mum, which was fine.
Go on.
But the Urukai are all like on stilt. You know those like jumpy stilt things that you can attach to your legs?
Yeah.
They were really good. And like at the like intermission, they came into the audience and like shouted at people and be like, "Rah!" And it was really good fun.
Oh, that's nice.
We have a super chat from Martin Cox, who didn't send a message, but I think has followed up with one. I just saw it before. Where is it gone? There it is. Super chat joke. Did you hear about the clouds that complained about the new housing development? Oh God, how the hell do you pronounce that? Bunch of cumulonimbus.
Cumulonimbus.
Nimby. I don't get that one at all, I'm afraid. I know that cumulonimbus is a type of cloud. I don't know what a NIMBY is. The NIMBY was in all caps.
What was the joke again? All of it?
Did you hear about the clouds that complained about the new housing development? Bunch of cumulonimbus.
What is a NIMBY? I know that's a thing.
Someone Urban Dictionary here. CookieCat94 in the meantime says, how does R2D2 open PDF files? Adobe One Kenobi.
Hey, NIMBY. NIMBY stands for not in my backyard.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is
NIMBYs.
that is not a piece of slang that is carried over. For me, I'm afraid.
So part of the when I left London for 4 bloody months while I waited for the flat sale to go through, I was living in a village which will remain nameless. It is where I spent my youth. And part of it has no streetlights because there's like an old part of the village where the people like campaign against them. They're like, no, we want to save our beautiful historic village. And they object to every single planning development thing and always have, because they're like, no, it's protecting the village. It's not. It's like it's protecting your house prices, mate. But I found out in one part of the village they had streetlights installed, and then they successfully campaigned to have them removed.
Oh my God.
So, because I was living apart from my wife for a little while because she was still working in London, and I could work remotely. And she came back to visit for a few days. We, back when the tier system was still in operation, the pub was still open. So we went to the pub and we had a drink, and then we left, and the sun had gone down. She was like, "What the hell is this?" And I was like, "It's the bit of the village." She was like, "But it's dark." I was like, "Oh yeah, no, sorry, this is the old part of the village where all the Tories live."
So my partner told me that her dad told them that apparently in like the 70s, I think it was, the government was planning to build like dedicated routes for cyclists all over the country that were separate from the roads and would be way safer and way more accessible for people to ride bikes on. But a load of MAMILs, which is another acronym from back when, which is middle-aged men in lycra, apparently campaigned against it, even though they were bikers themselves, or cyclists rather, because they were like, no, cyclists should be given the respect to be allowed on the roads just like everybody else. And
that doesn't even make any sense.
No, not in the slightest. And the government was just like, all right, we won't do this expensive thing then. Bye.
Brilliant. Because cycling infrastructure is famously brilliant in the UK.
They in central London, on the riverbank, kind of across from the South Bank, they like a few years ago brought in these cycle paths. Yeah, I guess so. They brought in this like cycle path, and it's like 2-lane bike path just for bikes. Like cars cannot get on there, and it's really, really well done with like lights and everything. And I was in a cab like a few months after they got it done. At the time, I was still a bicycle tour guide, so I was using that lane. And I remember like the cab driver just complaining about it, and I was like, but they're keeping the bikes out of your way. Like you either don't want them on the road, but you also don't want them to have their own bit of road. So it's like there's no winning.
Yeah,
because what he wants is for no one to ever ride a bicycle. That's what he wants.
Right. Let's see. Brilliant. Good. We've got a convert. Hang on. So Ifa Brennan says, writing that movie down, Johnny. It sounds amazing. It is. Electricia has done another super chat. Say, I'm working on building a 1,000-year-old vampire and Lovecraft-themed escape room in a box.
Whoa.
First time designing any sort of game. It's ambitious. Any tips for newbies? I have never tried to design. That's not, well, I've never actually actively tried to design an escape game. I briefly worked as a project manager on one, like very, very briefly, some years ago. But I have friends who build them professionally. Like a friend of mine designed the games for the Crystal Maze live experience, etc., etc. He co-created it, and I think you've just got to like keep thinking about it, keep running it past people, build paper prototypes if you can, and get people to look at it. Keep play testing, and don't be afraid to completely bin an idea, because your ideas will grow. Like one of my other friends, makes escape games for a company, and he's having his first proper game built. And he said, already, just since he designed it, he's grown a bit, and there are some things he would have done differently now, and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
So just keep experimenting, really.
Yeah, the one thing that I see a lot of designers say is, which I think is a bit of a universal thing for like being a creative, is just fail faster. Like always try and get anything down into a physical medium just so you can see what's wrong with it and what you want to improve and what you want to add to. Bits that you like, bits that you don't like. Even just like thinking about how would this even exist in a physical form is a good thing to do, because then you're getting yourself in the mindset of what you need to be doing, which is to turn this idea in your head into something physical.
A super chat from Matthew Pollard. It reads,
it sounds like the announcement at the start of a radio show.
Good evening. Thank you for reminding me of Dog Soldiers. I love that movie, but I haven't seen it in years. Also, I feel it'd be a great setting for a board game. I agree.
It sounds like you're talking to yourself. It sounds like you're having a little conversation with yourself.
Frequently.
I agree.
I agree. Good point, Johnny. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Oh my god, we've got even more super chats. Thank you everybody for the amount of super chats that we're getting.
A lot.
Okay, skills loading says, every single one of my tabs lost internet connection except this one. What black magic has Dicebreaker invoked? SC, because I demand answers. What?
Don't worry about it, okay?
Yeah, it's none of your business.
It's magic, so it's fine.
Harry GTT says, I feel that historical city myself. Half of Buenos Aires has cobbled streets because of that. Also, my high school had sumps instead of toilets for that. Oh, Lord. If there's one thing that you shouldn't hold on to for historical sake, it's bad toilets.
Yeah.
Nobody wants an outhouse because it looks nice. Once again...
Although if you offered me a commode, I'd think about it.
Of course you would. Once again, if everyone wants to pick up some of these super chats, you go ahead. We're down to Brian Schooner, who says, Lolies, as a language and accent nerd, I need to ask where you're from originally. Keep being wonderful, you lot.
Guess.
Yeah, you're such an expert.
Yeah.
You're such a nerd, Brian. We'll loop back round to Brian. Abraham Kid 15 says, I'm from Canada and native, and my reservation just finally got sidewalks to keep kids safe and off the streets, and people wanted to stop it due to money.
Oh my God.
That's ridiculous. Sidewalks are really important because everything else is cars. Titan Uranus has done a super chat saying, the city I live in was just endowed with a tram network last December. In January, all 6 trams had broken down from braking for car drivers. That sucks. And DCC0209 asks, what's a movie you loved but end up not liking as much on second viewing, and vice versa? We'll come back to that question. Let's see if Brian's had a guess. Nothing yet.
Clock's ticking, Brian.
All right, in that case, what's a movie you loved but end up not liking as much on second viewing, and vice versa? Go.
No, I was actually thinking the opposite way around.
Well, they did say and vice versa. So I really didn't like Solo when I saw it in the cinema, and then I watched it again, and you know what? It's pretty good. It's fine.
I don't watch many films twice, to be honest. Like, I just sort of... I very much have that thing of, like, I'll get 10 minutes in and we're like, oh, yeah, well, I just know what happens. I don't know why. There are some films where I'm like, oh, I love it so much, I'll watch it. I just don't, like, I don't know, Gladiator, I've watched about 8 times, I think.
Sure.
But, yeah, no, I haven't got anything where I've, like, substantially changed my opinion on the next viewing. But I think the only reason I would watch a film again is because I loved it so much. Like, I have to be really, really passionate about it to do that, I think.
I know, I've done it a few times where I've been like, oh, I didn't like it the first time, but everyone loves it, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it again to see if I missed something. And then sometimes I change my mind, and then sometimes I don't. Like one of the Avengers films I did not like, and I was like, I'm missing something here because everyone's obsessed with it. So I watched it again. I was like, no, I still hate it.
I liked Cabin in the Woods, but didn't love it the first time I saw it. And I saw it in the cinema. But I'd had a couple of beers, and I find that sometimes if I'm watching a new film, especially in the cinema, and I'm a little bit tipsy, I'm like, yeah. Then I watched it again, and I absolutely adore it. Jet Set Radio, hey, how you doing? Has done a super chat saying, not caught a live stream in ages. Love you guys. Thank you very much for the super chat. It is good to see you.
With a name like Jet Set Radio, have you seen the trailer for the new spiritual successor?
No.
Give that a Google. I can't remember what it's called, unfortunately, because that's a different name. I think it's like Radio Funk something. Radio Funk Cyber Beat or something like that.
Okay, right. The super chats are coming in so thick and fast that
I'll do a few.
Well, I was going to say we should just put Brian out of his misery. Jet Set Radio says yes about the
nice
the trailer.
It looks very good. It's very, very good.
Antonio Garza says, my city's mayor is a former car salesperson. I don't think I'll ever get a good bike infrastructure. Bike versus cars is my daily commute story.
It's just briefly, like, what is it with car owners thinking that cities have always been designed for them for all of the world, Like,
what is the deal?
Scarecrowbo87 says, have any of you watched the Snowpiercer series on Netflix? It's really good, and season 2 has the amazing Sean Bean in it. I haven't seen it, but I feel like somebody told me that I look like somebody from there before.
Train? I don't know.
Train?
It just seemed like a funny thing to say.
I didn't have any reason for it.
Nope. You don't look like a train.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cookie Cat 94 says, "Don't argue with rain boots; they can't be swayed."
Whey!
And I'm gonna answer Brian's question now. I am half German, half Irish, and I've also just picked up a bunch of butts over the year. So
A bunch of butts.
yeah. Anyway, this is
Oh,
my
look!
missed Fall Guys.
Oh,
It's good.
Lolies, you said you hadn't figured out a signature style yet. I believe you have. It's things that are very good.
Aw. I'm
I
blushing.
liked that. That was nice.
I need to figure out what to do with the ice, because I don't have many like blues and white things to do with that stuff. But I've like got a lot of the detail now on the axe.
That looks incredible.
It's got a nice shine to it.
Are you going to use that in one of your miniature games?
Well,
just stomp it on top of whatever else your opponent is playing with.
Ooh, it is nice.
Yeah, it's you don't do a whole lot of like actual smashing in miniatures games, Lilies. But if you did, I reckon this one would be pretty powerful.
No, I feel like I didn't think that's what you did, but I expect that if you were to whip that out, you'd have to just crush the other person's minis with it.
Sorry, I'm just gonna get my last miniature out. How long did it take to paint this army? Oh dear. Oh no, you're gonna hate this.
I keep having a joke with one of my friends that we're gonna play a game of Age of Sigmar, and every time a model dies, you have to just throw it in a bucket of Dettol. He has never agreed.
That is like the miniatures equivalent of Russian roulette.
Somebody's angel has done a super chat to say, "Can't sleep, so may as well listen to you lovely people. Thanks for all the entertainment."
Have you
More the
there was a super
Sorry you
chat
can't sleep.
before that as well from Titan Uranus, who said, "I thought Lolies looked like a bit like the blonde lesbian cop in Snowpiercer."
Oh.
There you go.
Well, there you go. Did
Never seen
you
it, don't know.
have you ever seen the drinking miniatures game? You two.
No.
No.
You basically, it works with any miniatures. You get like a squad and you're shooting at each other, but instead of your miniatures taking damage, you take shots.
No, I play Skaven. I die.
Well, it's got its own rule set, so you wouldn't. I don't think there's a horde faction because that would be a bit cruel.
Okay. Good.
You want to do super chats, Johnny?
Yep.
We got Somebody's Angel and
I already did that one.
JCB. Oh, sorry, we got JCB.
We can't sleep. JCB Bullock says the group I DM for has been playing once a week for almost a year now and are coming to the end of the main plot. Do you have any tips for wrapping up a campaign?
Ooh, make it epic.
Give them a chance to sort of have a conversation of like if the characters are aware that they're going in to face a big bad or whatever. Give them a chance to be like, well, here we go. This is la 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 la. Apart from that, I've not actually wrapped up many campaigns. I've had a couple just peter out, and I'm getting toward the end of an arc with 2 of the campaigns I'm running at the minute. So you never know. Sorry, I'm leaning away.
Okay.
I need some shit, Michael. Where's my Seraphim sepia?
I told you put it in your sock drawer by accident.
Where?
The sock drawer.
Oh. I found it.
We have a super chat
Found it.
from. We have a super chat from Scotland.
My flash shade.
Oh my
Michael!
God. Johnny, I'm bringing out a super chat.
Sorry.
We have a super chat here from Scotland, Scottish History Podcast. Thank you. Who asks, "Hey, procrastinating editing, watching you all. Love the new cam setups, by the way. Thank you very much. What do you think of the Jumanji reboot? Vaguely board game question. Movie question.
Didn't watch him.
I've seen bits of it, I think, on a plane, and do you know what? It's a lot less bad than you'd think it would be. It's serviceable. It unfortunately does have Kevin Hart in, but what can you do? But yeah, it's all right. It's genuinely all right. Have you seen it, Earlies?
That's a good question. because I know it came out, and then I was like, I don't think I've seen normal Jumanji, so I went and I watched that. I don't remember if I also watched the new one, so I really don't. I can't answer the question.
Do you remember when I had an argument with Alex Meehan because we couldn't figure out which Jumanji she was referring to?
Which is genuinely amazing. I don't remember that. I blotted it from my memory, blessedly. EA122 has done a Dicebreaker haiku that reads, "Drink your paint water. Paint water is so tasty, and it's good for you." I'm not drinking that. It's still much further gone than I thought.
I think what Meehan said was, "Have you seen the second Jumanji film?" And I was like, "Do you mean the reboot, or do you mean the second reboot film?" And for some reason, that was a preposterous question for me to ask.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, I remember having stupid shouting matches in the office.
Aoife Brennan says, "I'd love to see a horror film with Sean Bean as a Jason Voorhees type, so everyone else dies for a change." I would like to see that as well. God, yeah, that was in The Office as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was just like, we were all just sat there being like, I'm furious with you right now.
You were like, "Wills, we should probably crack on." And I'm like, "No, this is important." Oh, God. Hello, Meehan. Meehan says, "I remember that conversation."
Abraham Kid 15 says, "It was nice watching the stream. Frost Giant and Mist look great. My youngest siblings want to learn D&D while I'm back home. They are 10 and 7. Wish me luck." Good luck.
Great.
That was amazing.
Do you know what? My mum was recently saying that my brother and my sister-in-law are absolutely exhausted looking after 3 daughters, 2 of which are baby twins. And my mum was just like, "Is there anything that we can just sort of play with Olivia online?" And I was thinking maybe it's time I run a sort of like baby's first RPG for Olivia.
Quest for Olivia.
She will of course be a princess, whatever happens. Eat that.
Oh, I love Olivia so much.
Olivia is
the cutest.
It's honestly such a tonic. Like, for those of you in chat watching this, Will's brother and sister-in-law live in the States with their kids, and we've seen them like at 3 PAXs now.
Yeah,
2.
2.
Oh, maybe you guys met one before I joined.
No, that's Seattle.
No,
which is on the other coast.
Right.
But yeah, so 2 of them, and like Olivia's a delight, but also like we were so tired and we went for dinner, and she was what, 3 at the time.
Yeah,
and was just being a 3-year-old. And her parents kept being like, "We're so sorry, like you must be tired." And it was like, "No, this is wonderful. This is just like I have no like option but to go along with this, because this is a tiny irascible child." But also like, it was just nice to be like, "Yeah, I'll do whatever a toddler tells me to for an hour."
I don't have to make any decisions.
Dinner. It cheered me up so much. It's great.
I still remember the collective clench we all had when so Olivia had this like balloon on a stick.
Oh God, yeah.
And Johnny was playing this game with her where Olivia would hit him on the head with the balloon and he would go "Ugh," or whatever, and she was just having a whale of a time, just cracking up. But like we were all doing it, and then we got back to the hotel, and there we saw a group of people that we work with. One of which was like, I can't remember his official position, but he's like
he's
CEO.
The president of the company.
The president, there you go. He's the president of Repop, who owns Dicebreaker. And he's a very nice man. But when we went over to say hello, and Olivia immediately ran up to smack him in the face with a balloon.
It was amazing. He sold it as well, like he was a pro wrestler.
Oh, he was having a whale of a time.
He's got young kids, so it makes sense.
He was very much.
Anyway, right, we've got to catch up on some more super chats. Antonio Garza says the Hitcher, Sean Bean is the killer. Spoilers, maybe. Ifa Brennan says, "I'm about to be a first-time DM writing a homebrew. Any tips? I've also never really played D&D before." Tips. Plan loosely. Ask your players what sort of adventures they want to have and how serious or light in tone. And have a look at a lot of different games to see that you're definitely playing the right one. Yeah, because I think people often just decide that they should be playing D&D when perhaps you're looking for something different.
Yeah, especially if you're making a homebrew. It might be the fact that the thing that you want out of D&D is actually offered by something else. I can't remember which episode it is, but we have an episode of the Dicebreaker podcast where we go into detail with a question that was asked of us, which was all about creating your own worlds for RPGs. So seek that out.
So if you just go listen to the last 26
all
episodes,
all 50 episodes of the
that was.
Dicebreaker podcast, eventually you'll find it.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, and as Danny McNamara says, yeah, I've also made videos on how to plan a campaign. Thanks, Danny. Really
Thank you, chat, for hosting this stream for us.
Skills Loading is on a super chat saying, what are your thoughts on background music for TTRPGs? Do you have any favorite sources of music if you do use it? I use it all the time. Any game, I build 3 playlists: quiet, middle, and combat. And I've been doing it for so long that, amusingly enough, the playlists at my wedding were called Quiet, Middle, and Combat for the intensity of the evening.
How often did combat break out at your wedding?
Well, Combat was the dance playlist.
Oh, okay. So it's more of a dance battle than a battle.
I was crowd surfed at my own wedding, which was quite fun.
Amazing.
Hilariously to Bohemian Like You, but that there is a good reason for that.
Are you sure you didn't just accidentally plan a Jewish wedding and they were lifting you up on the chair?
I'm fairly sure, yes, that I got married rather than having a bat mitzvah. Yeah.
No, they do at the wedding.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been watching.
Well, I wasn't. I was just being crowd surfed. I wasn't in a chair.
Okay, I've been watching House again recently, and there was a Jewish wedding.
Oh.
Which I'm sure you'll agree is a definitive resource on theology.
Do you have any favourite sources for users for music if you do use it? There are lots of YouTube playlists, or just I use Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify. Yeah. Also,
just cobbling stuff together.
If you're playing online, if you're using Roll20, they have a feature where you can search through SoundCloud tracks, and it will play for everyone in the room. It's genuinely really quite good.
Electricia says, combat broke out at my wedding. The guests dismantled the centerpieces and had a flower war. It was glorious.
Whoa.
Incredible. Oh, yeah. In terms of use... Oh, my God, my brain. What to use to build playlists. TV show soundtracks are almost always great.
Yeah.
I do a lot of... Blaze in the Dark, I use stuff like Ripper Street or Penny Dreadful or the Sherlock Holmes Guy Ritchie films. There's a lot out there, so just keep digging, basically.
Or the
Titan Uranus has done a super chat. Say Happy Purim, by the way. Happy Purim. I don't know what the appropriate phrase is, but I hope you are having lots of ham and tashel. I don't know if I said that right, but they look delicious. Never tried, but would like to.
Oh, were they the little triangular biscuits with?
Yes.
Yeah, the jam inside, I think.
Yeah. That there's sort of. So I don't know if you're aware of the Vagina Museum. It's an actual brick and mortar museum in London. It's wonderful. But also the Twitter account is great, and the museum's director recently did a thread about how they are shaped like vulvas, and that sort of that similarity or that meaning has sort of been carefully hidden for children for a while, but that's what they are.
Thank you, Vagina Museum.
Yeah. Okay. B. Gregory has done a super chat. Started DMing D&D for friends following Johnny's How to Pen and Paper. Had great feedback. Trying to convince them to try Blaze in the Dark next. Oh, brilliant! Nice. I'm glad it came in handy. And good luck on your quest to get them to try Blaze in the Dark. It's wonderful.
It is a noble quest to have.
Send them Luke Westaway's Blaze in the Dark campaign from Outside Extra. It is so much fun, and I am honoured that I get to be a part of it because it's a really good giggle.
I like that you've been doing. I don't really get much time to watch it, but I like that you get sort of little mini adventures with just some of the crew. By the way, I really like that.
Yeah, each score is just 2 people from the gang, so it means that it's.
Oh really?
Luke can record more of them, and Yeah, they're actually quite nerve-wracking because you've really got to be on.
Oh yeah.
But because my character is the only one with a criminal background, at first he was a bit like, these are all wasters. Like they're rubbish and they're beneath me. But he's like learning to respect all of them for their different merits, and I'm having a bloody great time. It's good. I can't tell you what happened in the episodes we recorded today.
For obvious reasons.
Cannot wait for them to air because it's just great fun. Good fun all around. I want to play some more Aegon.
Oh yeah, me too. I feel like we've kind of missed the boat a little bit, but I wanted to get some of the voice actors from Hades to join us for a game of Aegon. That would have been fantastic.
Seems to be quite a lot of love for Penny Dreadful in the chat.
I've never watched Penny Dreadful.
Jenny Godis has done another super chat saying, when conventions can happen again, any plans to do live shows of Dungeon Breaker or Brett Quest Club, or will it just be Oxventure for now or then? Genuinely don't know, because obviously there are provisional dates for Res and EGX, but we need to monitor the situation, see if those shows are actually happening.
Yeah, I think we've always wanted to do them though. Like
I think live shows have always been an ambition.
Yeah, but we didn't want to do them straight away. We wanted to make sure it sort of got its own love and
make sure it lands.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed. Right. Okay, I'm actually a little bit nervous because it's got to the point now where I have to seraphim sepia all of the cream.
Oh.
And if it looks bad, all of this will have been for nothing.
Have you got Lamy medium?
Yeah.
I'd maybe thin down the wash if you're using a super bright colour. Because washes can really have an astounding effect.
Well, I'm going to go back in and repaint.
Okay.
Above the recesses. I'm going to do a little test area. Blimey. Laura B has asked if anyone's seen the Stardew Valley board game announcement.
Yeah.
I was on our website.
Yeah.
I can't promise anything, but we're reaching out to can't remember their name now, the solo dev, to see if they fancy showing it to us on the channel.
Reach out to the dev.
Your own Stardew Valley
board game. Oh. Okay, it's fine. It looks good.
It looks good?
Thank God.
It looks good, everybody. It looks good.
Oh, thank goodness.
So far.
Yeah, you heard. Loli's is running around now with some bright pink paint.
What are you drawing now, Loli's?
I think my pen's died, so nothing.
Oh dear.
I'm trying to do something with my pen. What's it called? Charge it. So like usually the pen like magnetizes onto it and charges that way, but because I got this cover, it's not directly on the iPad. I didn't realize that it wasn't charging, so I think it's just storage.
Paul Harry's.
Yes, I saw that also. James Mulbray says, bought Keyforge based on your videos yesterday. Me and my fiance haven't stopped playing since. Keep doing what you're doing. Love from Edinburgh. Thank you very much for the super chat. Say hello to Edinburgh for me. I love that city. And
Edinburgh's nice.
To it.
Keyforge
It's going anywhere, let's face it. But Edinburgh's great.
Do you remember our Let's Play Keyforge, Johnny?
I do.
Do you remember the mega car?
Yes. I've never won a game of Keyforge.
Oh,
ever.
Bud.
So, there goes that.
Oh, but we played a TCG against each other recently, didn't we, Johnny?
Yes, we did. It was really fun. That video is coming out this weekend. I think we can say that we played Summoner Wars.
Yeah. One of my favourite games.
I liked it a lot.
One that I think is very underappreciated. It's getting a new edition, so we thought we'd show you off what's getting remade.
I ended up telling my my friend who I play a lot of Doomtown with, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's not what it sounds like."
So right now, I'll give you an update on what I'm actually doing right now. Right now, I'm painting. So because he's a frost giant, he doesn't just have shin armor. He's got shin armor made out of other people's much larger portions of armor all wrapped together with rope.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's fun.
And like swords and all sorts. So I'm currently getting all the metal bits on there.
Nice. Wow.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Here is what this guy looks like with some shade on the armor.
Oh.
And then I'm going to go in and balance that out by doing some more cream on it. And
Sweet.
God, I hope this whole thing comes together.
We have another super chat from Spiky Kitty.
Spiky
Says,
Kitty!
always love these chill streams with you lovely people. What were the first ever minis you painted, and do you have any favorite minis to paint?
Oh my god.
We have 2 more super chats as well. I might just do them real quick.
Yeah, do it.
Scarecrow Bow 87 says, if someone wanted to check out the UK for the first time after all this, what are some places that you can't miss? And JT Gerties has said, oh, after watching your playthrough, I bought a copy of Patchwork for my mom's birthday. Just arrived and she absolutely loves it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I really like that game, even though, wow, I did not score well.
You played well, though.
Thank you.
I mean, Patchwork has a pretty mean scoring system, to be fair.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah, considering how zen the game is.
The first ever minis I painted was Skaven Clan Rats, and they are also my favourite minis to paint for that very reason.
Yeah, my first ever one were Tyranids, and I've still got them somewhere. And let me tell you, they are bad. Because I painted them when I was about 16. But also, I think, like as I'm doing right now, my favourite thing to paint are these big showpieces. I really love doing like big models and just taking a long time with them. Which is why I've been doing quite a lot of that recently.
My first was on stream. Was that the thing?
It was a Stormcast Eternal.
There you go.
There you go.
That was mine.
Yeah.
You've still got it in the office.
Yeah, I think so. I think I brought it home.
It probably belongs to a raccoon living in the building now.
Oh my god, I wish there was a raccoon living in the building. I love raccoons so much.
That'd be pretty great.
They are literally my favourite animal, I think.
If somebody wants to check out the UK for the first time, what are some places you can't miss?
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like a lot of people will say like towns and places like that. Or cities
Scotland.
Okay. But if you're a big nature fan, go check out like the Peak District and stuff like that. Like, go to
that's nice.
Because there's some really stunning natural vistas.
I think places like York have a lot of historical beauty and are gorgeous. Obviously, I'm going to say London because I love it. It's my home.
Canterbury's quite pretty as well. It's got like a sort of medieval vibe to it.
Yeah.
Chester is a really nice place.
I've been in the UK for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years, 5.5 years, something like that. And I've not done enough traveling around. So.
Well, this year hasn't helped.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that I think vast swathes of the UK are shit. Sorry, I was really struggling to find a different word. But in many ways, I hate this country.
Yes.
Like, in a lot of ways.
It's that, for me, it's that meme from Marriage Story or whatever it's called, where it's like, every single day I wake up in England.
Yeah. So there we go. Anyway, that's another $1 for the swear jar. You mean your college fund.
Do I have to go back to college? I really don't want to.
No, you don't have to.
Please. Please, no.
Please don't make me go back.
There's gonna come a day where that reference lands for you, and you're gonna go, oh.
That felt right about.
And I'm not even telling you where it's gonna come from, but it will happen. That sounded vaguely threatening. I didn't mean for it to. Oh wow, these miniatures are a lot of work.
Yeah, you sound like you haven't.
I'm gonna pop to the loo real quick, and when I come back, I'm hoping that there'll be enough charge in the pen that I can do something small.
Yeah, we've got like 18 minutes left. I reckon there's time for a little doodle.
Little doodle.
Just a
Probably
little
not coloured
doodle.
in.
Un petit doodle.
Petit doodle. Petit déjeuner.
Oui.
It's just a good word. Petit déjeuner. Now I'm doing the ropes that are around all the metal.
The nice witch says a little doodle, and then when she's back from the toilet, she'll do a drawing. You little scamp.
Nice witch.
Nice witch. Genuinely is very nice as well.
Yeah. Although she insulted my creations before. So.
Wow. Yeah, but I'll forever be in her debt because she saved me and Aoife when we were doing a live Bloodborne Chalice dungeon at EGX. So twitch.tv/The Nice Witch, everybody.
Woo.
Well, it's not my channel. I can, we can plug that.
No, it's more of like a woo. I don't know.
Oh, right.
I was hype manning with absolutely no enthusiasm whatsoever. Yeah.
Wow. Doodle, 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 doodle. Oh!
Oh, it's already halfway charged. That was quick.
Ah,
That was very quick.
time to doodle.
What am I going to doodle?
That'd be why it discharged so quickly. Yeah, what do you reckon, chat?
Quickly, you only have 10 seconds.
Oh my god, chat, quick!
Is that 10 seconds with the low latency delay, or is that...
By the time we've explained that.
I give up.
There we go.
Swole Edmonds.
Small Edmonds.
That's a
God's
character.
sake.
That's in my erotic
God's
fanfic.
sake.
Is that from the Lowlies verse?
Yes, yeah.
The Lowlies cinematic universe.
Yeah. It's Mr. Throbby and Swole Edmonds.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, in my latest chapter, I describe Swole Edmonds' hairy butt.
Latest chapter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
Like, this is normally the point at which I'd say something like, I worry for you, but I don't. I just feel sorry for me. Like, oh.
it's the problem. Loli's is thriving. we're just getting sucked up in the tornado of
Older and
filth.
bitter.
We need that Ban This Filth TV show back. Every episode is Loli's. Who knows what she's done next?
I'm just going where the wind takes me.
That is not where the wind is. Don't blame the wind.
Cursed wind. 1 gold piece, says AJ. Oh. Oliver Morgan says, Lowlies is an unstoppable force. This is true.
Now we just need to find an immovable object.
What have you been listening to recently, chat? Any new bands popped up? Amigo the Devil's got a new single out. It's great.
Here's a question. Whilst we've got, because I think there's quite a few people in this chat that share our kind of music taste, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Has anyone else been trying to get sort of recommendations for music from Spotify and just getting the exact same songs that sort of sound like things that people who listen to Phoebe Bridgers would listen to? And they're all good.
My Spotify recommendation is pretty bang on. It introduced me to Samia recently, who is just wonderful. So no, I don't have that problem. I've put the wrong shade on.
Well, this is the thing. Like, I like all of the songs, but they just keep playing the same ones over and over again. It's my issue.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. I was asking the chat as well. Chris Mansfield sends in a super chat and asks, who is your favourite villain in video games? Mine is Handsome Jack from Borderlands.
Favorite villain? Father Gascoigne from Bloodborne. Because he's so awful.
I do hate it.
Just strikes fear into my heart.
I have never gotten past that point in Bloodborne. It's why I've not played it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There are ways to cheese him.
I know there's the music box or whatever, but yeah, I just...
Nah, that helps, but also doesn't.
Okay.
Oh,
gosh.
don't know.
Great.
Danny McNamara says, I hear you're a monster now, father. Oh. Son of the Silver in the super chat says, wind's only going that way because Lodi's has put a fan on.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Who is my favourite video game boss? Or antagonist, rather?
Villain.
Villain. That's a really good question. Maybe...
It's long and hard now.
Here's an abstract answer. I like how in What Remains of Edith Finch, the villain is kind of like in two ways. Like the villain is both kind of like the grandma who is kind of like filling the superstitions in the kids' heads, but he's also just kind of like bad fortune itself kind of thing. Like it's a really like abstract way of looking at an antagonist in the story, and I really like it. It's really good.
Cool.
Bit of an arty answer, which I apologise for, but yeah.
If it's your opinion, it's your opinion. It's fine. I was looking forward to this step so much, thinking like this is going to be the transformative moment when I go, oh yeah, this colour scheme was right, and I feel great about it. Not having that feeling, not gonna lie. Really not feeling it right now. I'm hoping tidying it up again and paring some of the wash back will help. But...
Oh, also, Dagoth from Morrowind. Just because of the line when you fight him, which is, I'm a god! How can you kill a god? What a grand and intoxicating ignorance. Very good. The one who snacks in a super chat says, good idea about asking this chat about music, because a lot of us are included in the hottest singles list. Oh yeah!
I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
Oh. Oh dear. Paul Harris suggests the Alien from the Alien Isolation game.
I was gonna say that, yeah. That's like I guess I don't really play a lot of video games that have antagonists or like bad guys in it, and that's the worst one I've come across.
You play a lot of Sims, right, Lily? So technically you're the villain.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was on my computer last night and it said you were playing Dead by Daylight like this. Is it any good?
Oh yeah, I was playing with Mian actually.
Oh.
Yes, it is good, but I'm having a weird problem where my computer keeps crashing when it tries to, just when it opens the game. So I haven't actually I've played one game last night and I played 2 games last week, but I was having the same issue. Yeah, but I played Sea of Thieves afterwards, which is good.
Yeah.
You got any thoughts on that video game, Joey?
I like it a lot.
Little known sleeper hit.
I'm a proper like, because some of my friends have just recently acquired like, you know, pre-owned Xbox Ones to play it, or they've just picked it up on Steam or whatever. And one of them hit Pirate Legend inside a month, and I properly was like, in my day with the grind. So it took me 18 months to hit Pirate Legend.
Johnny's asking for people to not forgive student loan fees.
Whoa!
I had to suffer for it.
That's okay. No, I think student debt should be cancelled. Actually, jerkwad.
I know, that's the joke.
You're rubbish.
Alex means says it's honestly a miracle if Dead by Daylight actually runs.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's one of those games, is it?
Yeah, well, I didn't have an issue with it a couple of months ago, but this just seems to be like an issue that I'm having lately since they did an update. Well, people are thinking it's because of the update, but I haven't played it in months, so I wouldn't know.
Roswald Walton says Aoife is enjoying Sea of Thieves. Is that true? Because when we first started playing it, the rest of Team Eurogamer was not enamoured. Cookie Cat 94 says the floating skull is a jerk. Yes, Captain Flameheart sucks. I hate him.
Oh,
So
not the one from Planescape Torment.
No.
Okay. That one's a deep cut, apparently.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, and now shading the metal and ropes. Ooh, quite liberally, apparently. Although that is what's good about shading, is that you can just be like, oops, I put 400 tons of paint too much on this, but I can just soak it all up.
Yeah, true enough. Yeah, apparently it's true, and so is Ian. That's nice. Oh, I'm really glad they're enjoying it. Maybe I was the problem.
I didn't want to make the joke because I felt like
maybe that's. I mean, look, the common denominator there is Sea of Thieves. We have to look at the variables. This guy.
Well, maybe you were just so enamored by it that I don't know. they struggled to have it live up to your expectations of it. But now they're just like, oh yeah, Sea of Thieves. They're like, oh, actually, it's pretty good.
I mean, they did this. That's where C-Dad came from when I was just like, somebody do something, please, with the sales. So, yeah. Oofed. Oh, there goes my confidence.
Oh, Johnny.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Bold of you to assume I had any to begin with.
Joke's on you.
I've hated myself forever. Oh, it was the lack of story for them.
Oh, that's a thing that's kind
says
of been
Roswald. Yeah,
worked on
yeah.
recently, isn't it?
I mean, there's so much more in that game now. It's a completely different thing to when it first launched. Yeah. But yeah, the story stuff's really nice, and just lots of it is good. But you know, I did enjoy streaming it when I did the charity thing.
Yeah.
Laura B says, "Hey Johnny, I just got session 3 for my D&D campaign this Friday. Just saying thanks for all the tips. You already prepared me for the chaos. Good." Oh yeah, Ian Brigton. I forgot about that.
Ian Brigton.
Yeah. We used to just lock Ian in the brig and then scupper the ship.
So when I first started playing Sea of Thieves, my mates did that as a joke, like put me in the brig, and they didn't realise that you have to wait for so long before you can actually take them out again.
Yeah, there's a cooldown.
So just sat there playing.
I got a request for Chibi Johnny, and I really rushed it. It didn't come out very well.
I don't know how to use the term chibi.
No, I forgot how to do chibi. Oh.
Thanks, man.
I tried.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Send me a pic. I'll put it on my Instagram stories. I mean, I've added definition to the old metal. It's just not there yet.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot more to work on. That's all. It's fine. We'll get there.
They're going to look quite sci-fi in the end, I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
I want them to look distinctive, you know, so...
The colour pattern is from a science fantasy film, so...
Yeah.
Hello, Rosie.
It's like she was going, hi!
Right. So it still needs to dry. But I've got quite a lot of the way with this this model now.
A question from James Evans Jones. Johnny, Twilight Imperium or Eclipse Second Dawn, and why? Twilight Imperium, because I like that game a lot, and I haven't played the other one. Oh, Scooty!
Oh!
Oh.
Nah, that's not a good sign. She's going to be sick.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
Let's just move her off the green carpet, shall we?
Oh, God.
Scooty! Oh, no, she's gone. She's all right. I think she just felt a bit sick.
Oh, when you said that, Honey made a little like brrr and rolled over and showed me her tummy.
Oh.
Which is weird because she can't hear you.
Mm.
Maybe it had no relation.
Yeah, that's why I said it was weird that happened. As he said it. Hiya. You want to say bye?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's 2 to 5.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
That went
Well.
first.
In that case, here's where I got to.
Come here.
The epic encounters frost giant can be yours for just $4.99.99. Easily repayable in. Oh, don't look at that bit. I forgot about that bit. I haven't done that bit yet.
No one's going to buy it now. Let's
get some detail shots.
0 monthly installments of go screw yourself.
Come on, camera. Come on, camera. Oh. Camera. Well, you get the idea. He's looking big and dirty. Just how I do my boys. Oh.
Well, I've
Hello.
made progress in some miniatures that still not happy with.
Oh, mate.
So we'll see how that turns out.
Should we make them say hello to each other?
Yeah. Hello.
Say hello to Honey Toto.
Hello.
Such a big head. You got nothing on the size of that chunker. You need to be growing. You need to get some more beef on you.
And Honey's a girl cat as well, so she
Yeah.
should technically be smaller.
You need to add some kilos to that tummy, huh?
Kitty stream, it's a kitty stream. She looks
It's
so
always a
happy
kiddie
right now.
stream here on Dicebreaker.
Come here, let's get you
Oh.
a treat.
Alrighty then.
All right.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Oh God, Toto, come on. Okay, right.
One more.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. We will see you on the next video that we put live. And if you want to be notified when that video goes live so that you can tune in and give it a watch, then all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell icon below this video to get notified on your account. Yes, hello again. He's coming straight back up. You can also go on over to dicebreaker.com to check out some of the fantastic written articles from Alex Meehan, who's been in the chat, and of course our editor-in-chief, Matt Jarvis, and all of the contributors that help out on the site with all of their brilliant articles as well. Some of which have recently been nominated for the Goodies, which is very good, which is an award show about good games writing. So have a little look out for that. You can also support the channel by heading on over to dicebreaker.myshopify.com for some exclusive merch. Ooh. But apart from that, have a lovely day. We'll see you on the next episode. And goodbye. Bye.
Bye.